हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द लाइव सेशन। तो आज हम देखेंगे एनसीईआरटी हिस्ट्री की टेस्ट सीरीज़ का सेट नंबर 5। तो आप मेरे साथ अटेंड कीजिए और अगर आंसर आता है तो मुझे चैट में बताइए। तो शुरू करते हैं आज का टेस्ट सीरीज़। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स। अकबर्स गोल्ड मोहर bore the figure of Sita and Ram. Akbar's gold mohr bore the image of his kingdom. Choose the correct answer. तो इसका आंसर है ए, ओनली वन। In Mughal period, the duties assigned to Mir Bakshi was to look after the Mansabdars, distribution of charities and stipends in cash and land grants, decide the condition of Dag. Select the correct answer from the code given below. तो इसका आंसर है बी, 1 and 3 only. Third question, which of the following are true about Jahangir? The full name of Jahangir was Nuruddin Mad Jahangir. Jahangir had ended a long drawn-out struggle with Mewar. Muhammad Khan revolted against Jahangir and captured Jahangir and his wife Nur Jahan at Lahore. तो इसका आंसर है डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव. The historical reason for the Sufi saints isolating themselves from society was that their mystical doctrine of union with God through love was regarded as heretical and attacked by Orthodox Islam. They preached asceticism and worldly detachment. They found a congenial atmosphere for nurturing their ideas in India away from social surroundings. Their views were unacceptable to the general masses. तो इसका आंसर है A. Their mystical doctrine of union with God through love was regarded as heretical and attacked by Orthodox Islam. Consider the following statements. Maratha administration was based on the pattern adopted by Malik Ambar in Ahmednagar. Maratha administration was based on the pattern adopted by Muhammad Gawan in Bahamani Kingdom. Choose the correct answer. इसका आंसर है A, only one. Which of the following are correct regarding Shahjahan? Oust the Portuguese from Hooghly, created the office of Amin for assessment of revenue. Muhammad Khan was appointed governor of Lahore. Ali Mardan Khan surrendered Kandahar to Mughals. तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, 1, 2 and 4. The two great centers of Buddhism in ancient time in Afghanistan were Begram and Bamiyan, situated in the north of this country. Begram is famous for ivory work, which is similar to Indian workmanship in Kushan times. The tallest Buddha statue sculptured out of rock in the early century of the Christian era. Theravada form of Buddhism, none of these. तो इसका आंसर होगा A, ivory work, which is similar to Indian workmanship in Kushana times. Which of the following is not correct with regard to social life during the Mauryan period? Meat eating was a common practice. Segregation of women from worldly affairs was in vogue. Public and private morality was high. Slavery was not in vogue. तो इसका आंसर है D, slavery was not in vogue. Bring out the correct statements regarding the first Buddhist councils. Ananda and Upali laid down the Sutta Pitaka and Vinaya Pitaka respectively. Its proceedings were conducted in Sanskrit. Its main purpose was to maintain the purity of Buddha's teaching. तो इसका आंसर होगा A, 1 and 4, मतलब 1 and 3. The Sabha and Samiti depict an important position in Rig-Vedic period. In this context, consider the following statements. The Sabha was denoted as the assembly hall used for serious political work, social ceremonies, and debates. women had equal rights to participate in the proceeding of the Sabha. The Samiti was concerned with religious singing and prayer. Samiti was older than the Sabha. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? This answer होगा A1 and 2 only. With reference to ancient India, Jata Karma is to procure a male child, to ensure safety to child in womb, bath ceremony before cutting of umbilical cord, child taken out of home and shown the sun for the first time. तो इसका आंसर होगा सी, bath ceremony before cutting of umbilical cord. With reference to the political conditions during the Vedic period, consider the following statements. The term Rajya has been mentioned in Rig Veda. The Rig Vedic period did not witness the growth of an ideal concept of state in real form. In Rig Vedic period, war used to take place for territory. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है A, 1 and 2 only. Which one among the following was not a feature of the provincial executive according to the Government of India Act 1935? The executive authority of the province was vested in the governor. There was a council of ministers to advise the governor. Diarchy established by the Government of India Act 1919 was abolished at the provincial level. The governor could be moved by a vote of no confidence of the provincial legislature. तो इसका आंसर होगा डी, द गवर्नर कुड बी मूव्ड बाय वोट ऑफ नो कॉन्फिडेंस ऑफ द प्रोविंशियल लेजिस्लेचर, क्योंकि इसमें नॉट ए फीचर पूछा है. Raja Rammohn Roy was a central figure of the social and cultural awakening in the first half of the 19th century. Which of these is or are correct about him? He was opposed to worship of idols. He was against monotheism. He opposed the prevalence of meaningless rituals. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. इसका आंसर होगा B, 1 and 3 only. The General Enlistment Act caused discontent among the sepoys mainly because it made the use of greased cartridges compulsory, required all recruits to serve overseas when required to do so, deliberately put Indian sepoys on a lower pay scale than the Europeans, increased the age of recruitment for Hindus. तो इसका आंसर होगा B, required all recruits to serve overseas when required to do so. Which one among the following statements regarding prohibition of sati in India is correct? Raja Rammohn Roy wanted an expeditious and urgent abolition of sati and therefore advised Bentinck to take emergency legislative measures. The sati was made illegal in 1829 but was not made punishable by the courts until 1840. The persons associated in any way with sati were to be regarded as criminals. At the time of his appointment as Governor General, Bentinck was instructed by the Home authorities to consider definite measures for the immediate or gradual abolition of sati. तो इसका आंसर है B. The sati was made illegal in 1829 but was not made punishable by the courts until 1840. The first session of the Indian National Congress was shifted from Pune to Bombay almost at the 11th hour because the leaders of the Bombay Presidency Association were against holding the first meeting of the Congress at Pune. The Bombay governor agreed to A.O. Hume's proposal to act as first president of the Congress. Bombay as the capital of the presidency would help the conference attract more attention if it was held there. An outbreak of cholera in Pune forced the organizers of the first session of the Congress to shift its venue from. तो इसका आंसर है D. Consider the following statements relating to the Khilafat movement. The Khilafat agitation was launched in 1920 on the question of the future of Turkey, which was a defeated power in the First World War. The educated Indian Muslims were taking serious interest in the affair of Turkey. During the Amritsar Congress session 1919, it was decided between the leaders of the Congress and the Khilafat Committee that the Khilafat agitation would be continued under Mahatma Gandhi's leadership. The Khilafat agitation was highly successful in India and it brought a remarkable change in the British policies towards India. Which of the statements given above is or are true? इसका आंसर है ए वन ओनली. Consider the following statements with respect to the Vernacular Press Act 1878. It was passed during the viceroyalty of Lord Ripon. District magistrates were authorized to enter the premises of any vernacular publication for inspection. District magistrates were authorized to get assurance from the publisher of not publishing anything which might excite the public disaffection. The act was repeated by Dufresne after the formation of the Indian National Congress. Which of the above are correct? तो इसका आंसर है C 2 and 3 only. Which of the following is false regarding Prarthana Samaj? It was founded by M.G. Ranade. It was an offshoot of Brahmo Samaj. It was a reform movement within Hinduism and concentrated on social reforms. It was founded in 1867 in Bombay. इसका आंसर होगा ये. It was founded by M.G. Ranade. Where was a Prati Sarkar or parallel government set up under Nana Patel during the Quit India movement? Balia in Uttar Pradesh, Tamluk in Bengal, Arha in Bihar, Satara in Maharashtra. तो इसका आंसर होगा डी, सतारा इन महाराष्ट्र. The newspaper Vande Mataram plays a critical role in India's freedom struggle. It was founded by Sachidanand Sinha in association with Maharaja of Darbhanga, M.M. Malviya and F.S. Mehta in 1913, Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi and N.C. Kelkar in 1919, Aurobindo Ghosh. तो इसका आंसर है Aurobindo Ghosh. Identify the prominent members of the Servants of India Society. N.M. Joshi, N.S. Kunjro, Sri Ram Vajpayee, Jyotiba Phule, Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. तो इसका आंसर है C 1, 2 and 3. In the context of Rayatwari system, consider the following statements. To prevent some problem raised during the permanent settlement, this modified system was introduced in the Madras and Bombay presidency. In this system, the Jamindars had to collect the revenue as per the time allotted to him and give it to the British. Mackenzie was the person who recommended this system. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है C 1 only. Consider the following statements. Nizam Ali of Hyderabad had concluded subsidiary alliance with British. Bussy, an important officer of Duplex, was stationed at Hyderabad during the rule of Muzaffar Jung. तो इसका आंसर है A. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Which one of the following is not correctly matched? Anand Mant, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, India wins freedom, Surendranath Banerjee, poverty and un-British rule in India, Dadabhai Naoroji, unhappy India, Lala Lajpat Rai. तो इसका आंसर है बी. इंडिया विंस फ्रीडम, सुरेंद्रनाथ बनर्जी. What could be the main cause or causes for the coming of Crips mission in India? Growing power of Japan, ongoing World War under which British imperialism was stretched. Tej Bahadur Sapru and 12 members requested Churchill to confer upon the Executive Council the status of national government. Which of the given above statements is or are correct in this context? तो इसका आंसर है D 1, 2 and 3. Which group among the following includes the work of Kalidasa? Raghuvansa, Ritu and Kamasutra. Raghuvansa, Ritu Samhara, Meghaduta, Malvikanimitra, Abhigyana Sakuntalam, Vikramorvasyam, Swapna Vasvatata, Nagananda, Kadumbari. तो इसका आंसर है B only 2. Which of the following statements is incorrect about Bharatnatyam? Bharatnatyam is one of the most popular Indian dances of Tamil Nadu. The name is derived from the word Bharata and is associated with the Natya Shastra. It skillfully embodies the three primary ingredients of dancing. The technique of Bharatnatyam consists of 54 principles of coordinated hand, foot, face and body movements. तो इसका आंसर है इनकरेक्ट पूछा है तो इसका आंसर है D. The technique of Bharatnatyam consists of 54 principles of coordinated hand, foot, face and body movements. With reference to the Home Rule movement, consider the following statements. In the early 1915, Tilak launched Home Rule campaign with his two papers New India and Commonwealth. In 1916, Tilak set up the Home Rule League at the Bombay Provincial Conference. In 1916, Annie Besant announced the formation of her Home Rule League with George Arundel. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है C 2 and 3 only. Which of the following provisions are correct with regard to the Indian Independence Act? Two independent dominions known as India and Pakistan to be set up on the 15th August 1947. Governor General would implement the Indian Independence Act. Indian Army to be divided between the two India or Pakistan dominions. Mountbatten became the first Governor General of independent India. M.A. Jinnah became the Governor General of Pakistan. Select the correct answer using the code given below. इसका आंसर है D 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 मतलब all of the above. Consider the following statements. The ruins of Harappa were first described in 1842 by Charles Mason in his narrative of various journeys in Baluchistan, Afghanistan and the Punjab, where locals talked of an ancient cities extending 13 courses about 25 miles, but no archaeological interest would attach to this for nearly a century. In 2010, heavy floods hit Haryana in India and damaged the archaeological site of Jognakhera, where ancient copper smelting were found dating back almost 5,000 years. The Indus Valley civilization site was hit by almost 10 feet of water as the Satluj-Yamuna link canal overflowed. Which of these are correct? तो इसका आंसर है C both 1 and 2. Consider the following statements. During the rule of Ahmad Shah, later Mughal, Nawab of Awadh Safdar became Wazir of the Mughal Empire. Badam Singh, a Jat chief, was made Fauzdar of Mathura by Ahmad Shah. तो इसका आंसर है A both 1 and 2 are correct. With reference to the Theosophical movement, consider the following statements. Madam H.P. Blavatsky of Russo-German birth laid the foundation of the movement in the United States. In 1882, the headquarters is shifted to India at Adyar. The society accepts the Hindu belief in reincarnation, karma, and draws inspiration from the philosophy of the Upanishad and Samkhya. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है डी 1, 2 and 3. With reference to the Quit India movement, consider the following statements. Gandhiji's speech contains specific instruction for different sections of people. Government servants asked to resign. Soldiers were asked not to leave their post, but they were to refuse to fire on our own people. Students were asked to give up studies if they were sure they could continue to remain firm till independence was achieved. Which of the given above statement is or are correct in this context? तो इसका आंसर है B 2 and 3 only. The British government appointed the Simon Commission in 1927. The commission was to inquire about growth of education, development of representative system of governance in India, and matter connecting with it, the working of the government, the relation between states and governments. Select the correct answer from the course given below. तो इसका आंसर होगा C 1, 2 and 3. With reference to the Home Rule movement during the Indian freedom struggle, consider the following statements. In his Home Rule movement, Tilak linked up the question of Swaraj with the demand for the formation of linguistic states and education in the vernacular. At Allahabad, Jawaharlal Nehru joined Annie Besant's Home Rule League. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है C both 1 and 2. With reference to the Swadeshi movement during the Indian freedom struggle, which one of the following statements is not correct? The theme song of the Swadeshi movement in Bengal was Rabindranath Amar Sonar Bangla. Syed Haider Raja led the Swadeshi movement in Delhi. The Ganpati and Shivaji festivals became a medium for the Swadeshi propaganda in Bengal too. The Surat split of the Congress in 1907 weakened the Swadeshi movement. तो इसका आंसर है A. The theme song of the Swadeshi movement in Bengal was Rabindranath Amar Sonar Bangla. Which of the following Muslim leaders joined the Home Rule League founded by Annie Besant? Muhammad Iqbal, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Syed Ahmad Khan, Abul Kalam Azad. तो इसका आंसर है मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना. 40 assertion and reason है. Assertion है at the height of the Swadeshi movement, communal riots broke out in Bengal. Reason Nawab Salimullah of Dhaka led the Muslim peasantry of Bengal against the Hindu. तो इसका आंसर है A. Both assertion and reason are individually true, and reason is the correct explanation of A. With reference to the Indian Councils Act of 1909, consider the following statements. The Act formally introduced for the first time the principle of election to the legislative councils. The Government of India was given general power of disallowing politically dangerous candidates. The income qualifications for the Muslim voters were lower than those for the Hindus. Which of the statements given above are correct? इसका आंसर है C 1 and 3 only. The British government sent the Cripps mission in 1942 to provide for India's independence, secure cooperation of Indians in Second World War, help Indians frame a constitution, none of the above. तो इसका आंसर है B, secure cooperation of Indians in Second World War. 43 है assertion and reason. Assertion है in the Swadeshi and boycott movement of 1905 to 1908 in Bengal, not only students and women but peasants also actively participated. Reason, this movement was a powerful expression of resentment against the partition of Bengal. तो इसका आंसर होगा D, assertion is false but reason is true. 44 मैच द फॉलोइंग है. लिस्ट 1 में है एओह्यूम, सर सैयद अहमद खान, मिंटो फुलर. लिस्ट 2 में हिंदूज एंड मुस्लिम्स वर टू आइज ऑफ इंडिया, एनेक्टेड सेडिशियस मीटिंग एक्ट, लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर ऑफ ईस्ट बंगाल एंड आसाम, सेक्रेटरी ऑफ इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस. तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं. एओह्यूम का सेक्रेटरी ऑफ इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, सर सैयद अहमद खान है हिंदूज एंड मुस्लिम्स वर टू आइज ऑफ इंडिया, मिंटो का है एनेक्टेड सेडिशियस मीटिंग एक्ट, फुलर लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर ऑफ ईस्ट बंगाल एंड आसाम. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी. Which of the following statements correctly describes the difference between a chaitya and a stupa? Chaitya is a religious term while stupa is an architectural term for a mound containing a relic of the Buddha and later one of leading Buddhist saints. Chaitya is a place of prayer or worship while stupa is a funeral monument. Chaitya were constructed by the monasteries while stupas were constructed by the king and rich merchants. Chaityas represent Mahayanism while stupas represent Hinayanism. तो इसका आंसर है ए. Chaitya is a religious term while stupa is an architectural term for a mound containing a relic of the Buddha and later one of leading Buddhist saints. Match list 1 and list 2. List 1 में है चिन्नवा, हाजी शरीयतुल्लाह, आलूरी सीताराम राजू, कृष्णा दाजी पंडित. लिस्ट 2 में है गडकरी रिवॉल्ट 1844, फर्जी मूवमेंट 1838, रामपा अपराइजिंग 1922, किटूर अपराइजिंग 1824. तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं. चिन्नावा का है किटूर अपराइजिंग 1824, हाजी शरीयतुल्लाह का है गडकरी रिवॉल्ट फर्जी मूवमेंट 1838, आलूरी सीताराम राजू का है रामपा अपराइजिंग 1922 और कृष्णा दाजी पंडित का है गडकरी रिवॉल्ट 1844. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन ए. In the light of events that occurred after the general election of 1937 and the subsequent formation of Indian ministry in various provinces, identify the statements which is incorrect. Congress was highly successful and Muslim League failed miserably. Congress emerged as the largest party in NWFP. Unionist Party and Krisak Praja Party formed governments in Punjab and Bengal respectively. Pirpur report was prepared by Jinnah to highlight the atrocities and misrule of the Congress ministries. तो इसका आंसर होगा D. Pirpur report was prepared by Jinnah to highlight the atrocities and misrule of the Congress ministries. तो 48 है मैच द फॉलोइंग. लिस्ट 1 में ऑथर्स और लिस्ट 2 में बुक्स दिया है. तो लिस्ट 1 में है दादा भाई नौरोजी, दयानंद सरस्वती, बाल गंगाधर तिलक, बंकिम चंद्र चटर्जी. लिस्ट 2 में है सत्य प्रकाश, आनंद मठ, प्रॉपर्टी एंड ऑन ब्रिटिश रूल इन इंडिया, गीता रहस्य. तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं. दादा भाई नौरोजी का होगा प्रॉपर्टी एंड ऑन ब्रिटिश रूल इन इंडिया, दयानंद सरस्वती का है सत्यार्थ प्रकाश, बाल गंगाधर तिलक का है गीता रहस्य, बंकिम चंद्र चटर्जी का है आनंद मठ. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी. 49 भी मैच द फॉलोइंग है. लिस्ट 1 में दिया है लिटरेरी वर्क्स, लिस्ट 2 में है इंडिविजुअल्स. लिस्ट वन में है दिन मित्र, मटंडा बन्न, न्यू इंडिया, निबंधनला। तो लिस्ट टू में है सी वी रमन पिल्लाई, मुकुम राव पटेल, विष्णु कृष्ण चिपलंकर, बिपिन चंद्र पाल। तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं। दिन मित्र का होगा मुकुम राव पटेल, मटंडा वर्ना का होगा सी.वी. रमन पिल्लाई, न्यू इंडिया का होगा बिपिन चंद्र पाल और निबंधनाला का होगा विष्णु कृष्ण चिपलंकर। तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी। The Archaeological Survey of India was established during the period of Warren Hastings, Lord Wellesley, Lord Canning, William Bentinck। तो इसका आंसर होगा सी, लॉर्ड कैनिंग। With reference to Kalaripayattu, a martial art, consider the following statements. It is practiced only by men. It emphasizes on the ability to strike at vital points. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, 2 only. The British has introduced the permanent settlement in many areas. Which of these was a feature of permanent settlement? Fixed land revenue, non-transferable ownership of lands, cultivators reduced to the status of tenants. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. तो इसका आंसर होगा बी, 1 and 3 only. Consider the following statements. When the Prime Minister of England stated that the British element in the Indian civil service was the steel frame of the administration, eternally indispensable to India, its consequences were that it resulted in the boycott of the visit of the Prince of Wales. It retarded indigenation in opposition to the declared policy of the Parliament of England. It resulted in repressive measures against the Congress. The Lee Commission on the Public Services made liberal recommendations. Which of these statements is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर होगा B, 1, 2 and 4 only. At which among the following places Harshavardhana established a large Buddhist monastery? नालंदा, पाटलिपुत्र, वैशाली, नासिक। तो इसका आंसर होगा ए, नालंदा। Which among the following Vedic text gives a systematic exposition of the theory of rebirth for the first time? चांदोग्य उपनिषद, मुंडका उपनिषद, शतपथ ब्राह्मण, बृहदरण्यक उपनिषद। तो इसका आंसर है ए, चांदोग्य उपनिषद। Indian War of Independence 1857 was written by S.N. Sen, R.C. Majumdar, Y.D. Savarkar, S.P. Chaudhary। तो इसका आंसर है Y.D. Savarkar। 57 मैच द फॉलोइंग है। लिस्ट 1 में है जेम्स आउटरम, जॉन निकलसन, कॉलिन कैम्पबेल, ह्यू ग्रोज। लिस्ट 2 में है दिल्ली, लखनऊ, झांसी, कानपुर। तो इसका देखते हैं। जेम्स आउटरम का लखनऊ, जॉन निकलसन है दिल्ली, कॉलिन कैम्पबेल है कानपुर और ह्यू ग्रोज है झांसी। तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन बी। 58 भी है मैच द फॉलोइंग। लिस्ट 1 में है नाना साहब, भक्त खान, मौलवी अहमदुल्ला, मंगल पांडे। लिस्ट 2 में है दिल्ली, कानपुर, अवध, मेरठ। तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं। नाना साहब का है कानपुर, भक्त खान का है दिल्ली, मौलवी अहमदुल्ला का है अवध और मंगल पांडे का है मेरठ। तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन सी। Consider the following statements. The drain of wealth from India to England under the Home charges up till 1858 consisted of payment of dividend to the proprietors of the East India Company for payment to its shareholders, interest on public debt, guaranteed interest on capital borrowed for construction of railways and irrigational work, expenses of India Office. Which of the above statements are correct? तो इसका आंसर है A 1, 2 and 3. Who among the following Indian leaders attended the first session of the Round Table Conference in 1930? Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Madan Mohan Malviya, Motilal Nehru, Muhammad Ali. तो इसका आंसर है डी मोहम्मद अली. Consider the following statements. The first session of the All India Hindu Mahasabha was held under the presidency of the Maharaja of Kasim Bazar. The Jabalpur session of Hindu Mahasabha in 1928 adopted resolutions calling for conversion of non-Hindus into Hinduism. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? This answer is C, both 1 and 2. Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding the Quit India movement? It was a leaderless movement with the reins of the movement in the hands of the masses. It was also characterized by the outbreak of violence, though Gandhiji had given a call for a determined but passive resistance, do or die. The movement failed in terms of achieving immediate objectives. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी 1, 2 and 3. Consider the following statements in respect of the Regulating Act of 1773. The tenure of the council members depended on the pleasure of the Governor General. The Governor General in Council was empowered with casting vote. The Governor General in Council was vested with civil and military powers. Which of the statements given above are correct? तो इसका आंसर है C 2 and 3 only. Consider the following statements in respect of the Santhal Rebellion 1855 to 1856. Sidhu Murmu and Kanhu Murmu were the leader of the Santhal Rebellion. When the battle began, the British officer ordered his troops to fire without loading bullets to trap the fighters. British troops could not defeat the Santhal troop in the fight. Which of the statements given above are correct? तो इसका आंसर है B 1 and 2 only. What was the immediate reason that resulted in the murder of Rand, the chairman of the Plague Committee, and Lieutenant Arrest in 1898? Arrest of Bal Gangadhar Tilak for criticizing the government's handling of the plague situation, which made the workers of the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha violent. There was general resentment against the official plague measures. Manhandling of the workers of the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha by the police in plague-stricken areas provoked the people Some extremist leader of Maharashtra showed over enthusiasm to enhance the degree of conflict between the British rulers and the Indian people. तो इसका आंसर है B. There was general resentment against the official plague measure. In the Nagpur session of the Congress in the year 1920, who among the following moved the main resolution on non-cooperation? C. Rajagopalachari, C. R. Das, Madan Mohan Malviya, Motilal Nehru. तो इसका आंसर होगा B. C. R. Das. The evidence of pit dwelling have been discovered from which of the following ancient Indian sites? Lothal and Kalibangan, Burzahom and Gopalkaral, Ropar and Rangpur, Kalibangan and Surkotara. तो इसका आंसर है बी. बुरजाहोम एंड गुफकरल. 68 है सेशन एंड रीजन. Assertion है the Constituent Assembly of 1946 was not elected on the basis of universal adult franchise. Reason: Gandhiji had desired that the very best talent available in the country must be involved in the task of making of the Constitution. तो इसका आंसर है both assertion and reason are individually true and reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. During the national movement, the Congress passed a resolution on fundamental rights and economic policy by way of a major concession to placate the left wing at which one of the following sessions? Amritsar session, Karachi session, Lucknow session, Tripura session. तो इसका आंसर होगा B. Karachi session. Which of these empowered the Constituent Assembly of India to frame and adopt any constitution of its choice? Cripps Mission, Dickey Bird Plan, Indian Independence Act 1947, Cabinet Mission Plan. तो इसका आंसर है C. Indian Independence Act 1947. Who among the following was the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly? Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, K. M. Munshi, Sir B. N. Rao, T. T. Krishnamachari. तो इसका आंसर है C. Sir B. N. Rao. Consider the following statements. When J.B. Kriplani left the Congress party, he founded the Jana Sangha. When Syama Prasad Mukherjee resigned from the Nehru ministry, he founded the Kisan Mazdoor Praja Party. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है D. Neither one nor two. Consider the following statements about Indian Council Act 1909. also called Molle Minto reforms. It provided separate electorates for Muslims, Sikhs, Indian, Christians, and Anglo Indians. It introduced direct election in the country for the first time. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So इसका आंसर है D, neither one nor two. 74 है assertion and reason. तो assertion में है when Goa was integrated into India, the action was supported by USSR in the United Nations. Reason USSR wanted to win India away from NAM. तो इसका आंसर होगा C. Assertion is true but reason is false. The national leadership got divided into no changes and pro changes after the withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement. Who among the following was a no changer? सियादास, सरदार पटेल, मोतीलाल नेहरू, both A and C. तो इसका आंसर है B. सरदार पटेल. Consider the following statements about Subhash Chandra Bose, who had devoted his entire life to the service of his country. He established Indian League in Berlin in 1941. The idea of the Indian National Army was first conceived in Singapore by him. He set up the Provincial Government of Free India in 1943. He and his followers formed the Forward Bloc as a new party within the Congress. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर होगा D, 1, 3 and 4. तो 77 नंबर है मैच द फॉलोइंग. लिस्ट 1 में है रेबिलियन और अपराइजिंग. लिस्ट 2 में है लीडर और लीडर्स. तो लिस्ट 1 है कच्छ रेबिलियन, खासी अपराइजिंग, रामोसी अपराइजिंग, संताल अपराइजिंग. लिस्ट 2 में है चित्तूर सिंह, कान्हू एंड सिद्धू, राव भरमल, तीरथ सिंह. तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं. कच्छ रेबिलियन का है राव भरमल, खासी अपराइजिंग का है तीरथ सिंह, रामसी अपराइजिंग का है चित्तूर सिंह और संथाल अपराइजिंग का है कान्हू एंड सिद्धू. तो इसका आंसर होगा ऑप्शन डी. With reference to the Regulating Act 1773, consider the following statements. It completely subjected the activities of the East India Company to the supervision of the British government. It established a board of control. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है D, neither one nor two. An important aspect of the Cripps Mission of 1942 was that all Indian states would join the Indian Union as a condition to consider any degree of autonomy for India. The creation of an Indian Union with dominant status very soon after the Second World War, the active participation and cooperation of the Indian people, communities and political parties in the British war efforts as a condition for granting independence with full sovereign status to India after war, the framing of a constitution for the entire Indian Union with no separate constitution for any province and a union constitution to be accepted by all provinces. तो इसका आंसर है B. The active participation and cooperation of the Indian people, communities and political parties in the British war efforts as a condition for granting independence with full sovereign status to India after war. Which one of the following statements about the Gandhi-Irwin Pact is not correct? Gandhi wrote a letter seeking an interview with the Viceroy. Civil disobedience movement was to be discontinued. The imprisoned freedom fighters were to be released. All the lands that had been confiscated were to be returned to the original owners. तो इसका आंसर है A. Gandhi wrote a letter seeking an interview with the Viceroy. In which one of the following literary works is the description of the life of the Alvar Bismursita, his exposition of Vaishnava philosophy and the love between his foster daughter Goda and god Ranganatha? Varsiya Sambha, Amukta Mallada, Raghava Pandavya, Panduranga Mahatmya. तो इसका आंसर है बी अमुक्तमाल्यदा. During whose reign was an emissary of Genghis Khan sent to the court of the Delhi Sultanate? कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक, शमसुद्दीन इल्तुतमिश, घियासुद्दीन बलबन, जलालुद्दीन खिलजी. तो इसका आंसर है बी शमसुद्दीन इल्तुतमिश. During whose reign was the Indian classical work Ragdarpan translated into Persian? केकूबाद, मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक, फिरोज शाह तुगलक, सिकंदर लोडी. तो इसका आंसर है सी फिरोज शाह तुगलक. With reference to the Delhi Sultanate, who of the following created the Diwan-e-Amir Kohi Department of Agriculture? Alauddin Khilji, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक, शमसुद्दीन इल्तुतमिश. तो इसका आंसर है सी मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक. The term Congress system was coined by D.L. Seth, Rajni Kothari, James Menor, Christoph Chevrolet. तो इसका आंसर है बी रजनी कोठारी. 86 assertion and reason है. When Tajuddin Firuz ascended the throne of Bahmani kingdom, he promoted Hindus to high offices. Reason: those promoted Hindus were prominent Vijayanagar chiefs who shifted their loyalty to Bahmani kingdoms as they had serious differences with Devaraya I. तो इसका आंसर है B. Both assertion and reason are individually true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Who of the following authored Vadavinka Parinarayan? Alasani Pedana, Ganga Devi, Krishna Devaraya, तिरुनलंबा देवी. तो इसका आंसर है डी तिरुमलंबा देवी. The famous ruler of Vijayanagar Empire, Krishnadevaraya, belongs to which one of the following dynasties? Arvidu, Sangama, Saluva, Tuluva. तो इसका आंसर है डी तुलुवा. Consider the following statements. Under Aurangzeb, some Mansabdars were paid through Jagirs and others in cash. Jahandar Shah, the successor of Bahadur Shah, abolished jizya. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर है बी टू ओनली. Who among the following focused his work chiefly on Sirsa Suri? Abdul Hamid Lahori, Yahya Sirhandi, Abbas Khan Sarwani, मोहम्मद कासिर फरिश्ता. तो इसका आंसर है अब्बास खान सरवानी. With reference to the Emperor Ashoka, consider the following statements. Ashoka's full name as recorded in the Puranas is Ashoka Vardhana, but all his inscriptions he never used his personal name. The only epigraphic document in India containing the name of Ashoka is the inscription of the Western Satrapa Rudradamana. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? तो इसका आंसर होगा वन ओनली. तो इसी के साथ हमारा आज का टेस्ट सीरीज़ ख़त्म होता है. तो अगर आपको डेली लाइव क्लास ज्वाइन करना है तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और नोटिफिकेशन आइकन पर क्लिक कर दीजिए. और मैं आपको इसका लिंक प्रोवाइड कर दूंगी डिस्क्रिप्शन में, ताकि आप भी इसे खरीद सकें. तो आज का सेशन यहीं तक था. अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो लाइक कर दीजिए. थैंक यू. थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग.